If you ask me, I've been ready for a long time, long time. If you ask me, I was made for this, made for this. If you ask me, I've been ready for a long time, long time. If you ask
Hey y'all, what's going on? What's going on? Happy Friday. Even though by the time some of y'all get this, it might be Saturday night. But I'm just trying to get used to this new work schedule and everything. But y'all know what time it is, and I mean it's smell of the day. We always start with this. Today's future smell is boom. Every man Jack cedarwood. What I love about this smell is it's very casual. Like it's a light smelling smell. Like I don't know. Damn, what's the best way to describe it? It's one of those smells where you take a shower at night, right? And your girl just kind of casually lay on you as y'all cuddle. And she goes, she's like, damn, you smell good. What you got on? Yeah, this is one of those. You know, she might stop rubbing on you like, damn, like, you smell, rubbing on that thing. I promise you. But yeah, this one smells pretty damn good. I mean, the cedarwood is not what you think, because it does have like coconut oil and rosemary in it as well. So like I said, it gives off a strong smell when you rinse and you lather it on. It has a good lather to it. You don't got to put too much on your face cloth or your scrubber and whatnot. Like this is literally, you put this on and it lathers really well, and you get to just enjoy the smell and smell good. Get that fresh scent on you. Like you smell clean. Like I said, I love this one. It's strong somewhat, but it's very subtle too. You know what I'm saying? I love body washes like this. So you can get this at Target or Publix maybe, or Stop and Shop for those up north. Yeah, Walmart may have them. I don't know, but I'm gonna collect more of these body washes. So there were different ones. I was testing the smells out, and there were different ones I do want to try. So I do like the citrusy fresh flavors as well. I do like to have that nice, that spring, that something that kind of protrudes a little bit more, but keeps you that fresh, just got out the shower smell. Y'all know what I mean. That's a nice soapy smell, but with a little pizzazz to it. You know what I mean? So yeah, everybody go try Every Man Jack. Get this for your man, and fellas, same thing. You're gonna want this in your collection. I recommend having it. It's really good for, it's good for daytime casual use, walking around the house, stuff like that. But it's also good for just taking a shower at night and cuddling with your girl and let her smell you. You know what I'm saying? So go get yourself some Every Man Jack and tell them I sent you. Hey guys, what's going on? What's going on? Yeah, sorry it took me a while to drop the video. I'm at least doing this new style of pre-recording it. Gives me time to do things, later during the day and whatnot. Not to mention it works in my new work schedule. So I don't know if I have a new time slot. I'm gonna post it weekly. I think I'm gonna just record the vids as I go, and I'm gonna just drop them. So whenever I drop them, I'm post them on the channel, just to get that out the way. Now, I don't want to take too much of the time on these subjects. I'm trying to narrow down the videos, to keep, so everybody can retain the information. I'm trying to find different ways to have fun, so it's a little bit more relaxed and whatnot. But for the topic for today would be, toxicity in relationships. I know some of us would always, I ain't gonna say always, but some of us, we could be toxic. I'm sure we all have had, toxic behavior in relationships and stuff like that. You guys maybe, have some toxic traits now that you don't know about, that you don't want to really accept and talk about. But as we talked about in the last two videos, you got to start doing the inner work. And part of that is acceptance. So, like I said, if this video applied to you, it would apply to you. If it don't, it don't. There's a huge list I wrote out for this one. I'm going to separate this one in parts. This first one, I'll start with the first two I wrote down. So like some of the toxic traits I see that happen in a relationship, especially nowadays more than ever. I'm gonna start with these two things, or possessiveness and deflecting responsibility. If you guys need some examples of that, possessiveness, obviously, some things about possessiveness when people will get, super jealous, or They get upset with you when you visit friends, when you're not around them, and they just like like, hey, wait, like, I'm about to go to the store, I'm going too. Shit like that. Or when you or just when is shit, I've experienced this where you like, even when you go to like a restaurant or something like that, and a woman just let's say you ask her to go to the bathroom or whatnot, right? And a woman smiles and says, hey, directs you to the bathroom over there, and then whoever you're with asks the same waitress for something else, and then all of a sudden they get offended, and they just make a scene like, hey, well, you smiled at him, but you didn't smile at me. He's taken this, that, and there's like this constant worry that, you're going to get abandoned, and some, and this person's going to leave you. So you just hold on to them so much. Like, that right there would be considered possessiveness. And then what comes with that too is like the unrealistic expectations. Like, I know some of us, try to hide possessiveness as overly caring, or I just care about you. Like, you need to know, we need to clock in, like, clock in at a certain time. Like, hey, like, I expect you to be home at 8:30 every day. And it's just like, you get off, if you get off, got to fight traffic or whatever, you're not there by 8:30, they're trying to give you head. You know what I'm saying? This goes for male and female. And that, like I said, that those type of things, you already know we definitely have to work on that. Yeah, I'm sorry. It brought me back to some of the times I did. My kid's mother was kind of like that too. Verbally abusive and stuff like that. So I went through that. And what that does to it doesn't make a person feel good, because it just makes it like it's almost like you're choking a person too much of yourself, because you're worried about the next person leaving and stuff like that. It's just and that's doing more harm than good. Like, if you feel like you're constantly having to be around your partner, y'all not giving no space together, whatnot, you may want to check that inside yourself, because you could be pushing your partner away, because when it comes to that, it's just like that's all they know. It's like they don't get no breathing room. They can't hang around their friends. You have to be there. You're consuming a lot of their life, and that's not healthy. Whether it be a male or females. I know a lot of males possess a lot of some of these qualities too, and females, certain females take it as a sign of love or caring, when it's not. It's actually possessiveness. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you some of you know where that goes. Some of you been in those situations where a man was like extremely possessive, like everything he has or everything he is consumes so much in them. They're just unhappy in relationships. They're afraid to speak out, can't say shit, this, that, and third, because you ignore them red flags, because you took it as caring. So that means you gotta do some inner work. You know what I'm saying? Part of that just stems from, probably stems, from childhood or things that we've seen, like examples of how to love and overall, our environment. We don't have, I feel like nowadays it's kind of hard, because even with my generation, we had kind of find our examples somewhat of how to love people properly. Some of us seen our parents argue, some of us haven't. You know what I'm saying? And if you, especially for black people, it's just like when you grew up in the hood like me, y'all know all the fuckery, that go on with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't always have the best examples in the neighborhood, so I get it. And these are just things we just gotta be aware of and watch out for, because they don't want to make your partner feel good. The whole point of being more aware of this is so you could kind of pull back and hopefully save your relationship, because it's definitely a relationship ender. Like, a guy will go cheat because another woman gives him space and whatnot, and you don't. Or females tend to stay in these situations a little bit longer, just because it's more of like an emotional connection, but at the same time it's more like fear. Like, they're still holding on to that hope, like, oh, he's gonna change. Like, if I stay and I do good, he might change. We work on it. He might. It's like this constant. damn, what's the word I'm looking for? It's constant, damn. Well, I can't think of the word. It's at the tip of my tongue. But overall, y'all are just wishful thinking. There we go. This is just this wishful thinking that, somebody's going to change. And honestly, people, you can't change people unless people want to change themselves. So they're not aware of the behavior. Most likely, they're not going to change. You know what I mean? And this kind of leads into the next. This kind of leads into the next one, which is deflecting responsibility. Yeah. So, deflecting responsibilities. Examples of that one. Pushing the blame, for things, you do onto someone else. It's more like a psychological defense to avoid, negative consequences. And also, it could also cause, regression. Which is like, so this is one thing I learned when I was doing my research into this. I'm a big psychology person. I used to love psychology, wanted to be a psychologist, just never pursued it for whatever reason. But I was looking deeper into this one. And this one kind of hit a little home. So I feel like some of us have done it and we did the inner work to kind of come out of it. And some of us still do it time to time. Like we may do that work. Like some people do, still deflect responsibility. But when it comes to like relationships, I think that's where it really hits home, because that's really where, it poses a lot more consequences for us. But, with regression, it's basically like you're stuck in a loop of like immature thought patterns. And some of this is derived from like just childhood, what we see when we were children. Like, if we always, used to like push the blame off the other people when we got in trouble, or point fingers all the time. Some of it is like learned behavior. And then what it does, or even if we don't remember doing it, it kind of stays within us. And then, and it will start to come out as we get older, because it's in our subconscious. This is why it's so important for, to watch what we do around kids and how we raise kids and be better examples. This is why doing this inner work is so important, because now more than ever, we need mentors. We need we need people to show this new generation on how to do things, how to handle emotional baggage, how to work through and weed through certain situations, and not to mention get out of all these toxic behaviors that are becoming normalized, like possessiveness becoming normalized. Like I said, deflecting responsibilities becoming normalized. Like it's when you deflect responsibility, that means you're not taking accountability for your actions. And there's a lot of people who don't like to take accountability. And I know accountability is on both sides of the spectrum, and it could be all ages. Everybody got work that they need to do. So if these are signs and things that you do, like you made, like I said, maybe it's time to start reflecting upon yourself, because it's like when you deflect responsibility, it's hard for a partner to talk to, and then that just kind of creates an emotional disconnect, because it's like anytime you try to give critique to your partner, they're not receptive to it, and it could cause frustration. Then when that person gets frustrated, like, listen, motherfucker, I've been trying to tell you, you've been doing this, and then all of a sudden they just like, nah, I don't do that because so-and-so, made me do it, or, that trash can was in my way, so I just, that's the reason why trash wasn't taken out, the trash can was in the way. It's like, come on, man. It's like, you do it because you want to be fucking lazy. So, yeah, it's, things like that. Like, like I said, it can cause wear, like, these are things that can cause wear and tear in relationships, and they're not normal, you know what I'm saying? Speaking upon possessiveness, going back to that, it's okay for people to have, it's healthy for you guys to have two separate friendships and life outside of each other. It's healthy, it's needed, being around and up on each other day in and day out, week in and week out, man. Sometimes it causes a lot of breakdown within a relationship. So that's something that that we could start practicing and just taking time and making sure you and your partner having individual lives, and you giving them that time to the self. And that's gonna come with some trust. If you got some trust issues, then there's some things you need to work on. Either go get a therapist, or you feel like you want those people who can self-reflect and make the change. Then take your time to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's gonna hurt your relationship, being up under each other all day, all the time, and making the other person feeling like you're just consuming so much of them because you're afraid of them leaving and whatnot. Sometimes possession doesn't always come from bad intentions. It just comes from, like I said, internal things that you may not be aware of, but someone points it out to you. These may, you may want to make changes, but sometimes it's also on your partner as well to communicate that. And communication is key. And we all have toxic communication at times, or, sometimes the learned behavior. And there's behaviors we got to unlearn when it comes to communication. And that falls into like, deflecting responsibility. You know what I mean? It's okay. If nobody ever told y'all, I'm going to tell y'all something, because I'm learning this and it helps me. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to not be perfect. It's okay to still be trying to figure things out. Nobody should expect a person to have it all together right off the bat, at least the base things. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's still certain things you need to work on as an adult. If it's not too much of a hindrance, on a relationship and something you guys could work through together, cool. But if it's something like really heavy, really deep, you may want to avoid relationships and kind of stick to yourself. You know what I mean? That may be the best option, because, like I said, you could do more damage than good. You do more damage than good in your next relationship. But yeah, like we gotta learn to take care of ourselves and acknowledge these things. So, like I said, I'll touch more on these subjects. We'll reflect. We'll go around back on it. Part 2. For now, like I said, this one's more touch upon possessing and deflecting responsibility. So if you feel like you do that, like I said, let's stop doing the inner work. Like we said in the last video, it's more about just accepting the things that are not perfect about us, and then that's the first step to progressing forward, getting developing a game plan and progressing forward to make it improve and self-improve. And that's what we're all about here on King's Light TV, man. We're all about improving the inner self, so we can get better results in life. I'm gonna grow with you guys as I keep doing these videos. You guys are gonna grow with me. Some of you guys may reach out. I'm looking forward to making all sorts of new connections with everybody. And hopefully, instead of doing this style, I'll get my little cameras and everything else. And like I said, we're gonna evolve over time. Yeah, well, that's basically it. So like I said, I'll go over it again. Today's topic was about, possessiveness and deflecting responsibility. Possessiveness, like I said, it's most likely a desire to control, someone. And, like I said, and it could be disguised as, overly caring for someone's well-being. It's when you're super jealous, have unrealistic expectations, and you're overly focused on preserving like the closeness, and hypersensitive to like, someone abandoning you or not being with you. And then just deflecting responsibilities, pretty much just pushing the blame on the things on someone else or something else. That's self-explanatory. You guys know other people may take that as, someone not taking accountability, for their actions, to avoid consequences, because people are scared of consequences. It's okay to deal with consequences. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all must accept those and learn those are part of life, but consequences help us and guide us, to the right things to make our life less difficult. You know what I'm saying? So let's keep on doing it in the work, guys. Like I said, any questions, comments, critiques, inbox me, comment under the video section. Like I said, the YouTube's up now, so on King's Light TV, share it with your people, have them subscribe. And like I said, we're gonna get better, and we all gonna grow together. Keep doing the inner work. I'm doing some inner work, and yeah, man, let's move the culture forward, man. Let's do this. I'm ready. I know y'all ready. I think the world is ready, because damn, we tired. There's a lot of shit going on. Yeah, let's just be happy. Let's try to be harmonious and, add a lot less stress to our lives, y'all. Till next time, tap a Luke call, y'all. King's Light TV. Let's keep doing the work.
If you hasn't been ready for a long time, long time. If you asking how I was made for this, made for this. If you ask me, I've been ready for a long time, long time.